Hello. This is going to be a little all over the place. Um, and it's going to have to do with race, ethnicity, culture, sex, religion, gender, whatever. In the moment, it's going to be around Group A and Group B, two different races, whatever's. Group A gentleman did a video and was upset and felt that it was time because Group B received some justice, that it was time for Group B to stand by and support Group A. Now, both groups have had a whole lot of unfortunate, sad, hurtful shit happen to them for a long, long time. And they're not the only ones. There has not been the right amount of justice for any group, gender, religion, sex, race, whatever. No amount of justice that has occurred for any of these people has been suffice. It's not good enough. It's not good enough at all. And to say that because a Group B received some justice, that now it's time for you to support me and my group because you received justice, that doesn't make any sense to me, because neither group has received justice in any way, shape, or form. And then we can go with, oh, well, you've got this, or you've got that, or you've received this, or you've received that. It doesn't matter. Because right now, we are in a time where things are being put in front of us to distract us from actually working together. Now, expectation is, to me, you shouldn't expect shit from anybody. You do things out of your willingness to do it without expecting to receive something in return. And I'm just talking about as a person to person, okay? I'm not talking about businesses and shit, so let's not go there. I'm talking about person to person. You help a friend out of your desire to help your friend. Not out of an expectation, oh, well, when I move, I expect for you to help me too. I mean, you could joke around, but whatever, that's not where I'm going with this. To expect for somebody to do something for you because you did something for them is, in my opinion, wrong. And wrong, right is irrelevant because it can go on either spectrum. So whatever, just follow me. So for this Group A gentleman to say that it is now time for Group B to support because they received justice and he totally expected for it to happen, that is wrong. Now, if he would have came out and been like, you know, I'm so happy that this justice was received, and, you know, I support you and I'm there for you and blah, 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 that would have been different, because you know what? There would have been a better response from the other group going, you know what, man, we got your back too. Because their willingness to do it, not because somebody told you to do it. I don't even like people telling me to do shit. So either way, my purpose is to support people, to bring conscious empowerment to people. I am mixed. I am black. I am white. I am German. I am Swedish and Scottish and English and African, and there's a little bit of Jewish in there, and I am me. I am not my race. I am not my ethnicity. I am not all of these things that people put out into the world and go, oh, well, because your skin is brown, you're black. At what point? But whatever. I've grown up sitting up there doing my best to figure out who I am, aside from what you first see as my color or who you might think I am. I understand the prejudice, the ugliness, and the nastiness that comes at you. I am not those things. I am me. I am a wonderful, blessed, melting pot of my ancestors. And yeah, some of them have done some shit, and some of them have not. And it's time for us to learn from the past, learn from what we saw, from what we've learned, and to begin to do things differently, to begin to see people as people, to begin to see the person in front of you who's smiling at you and saying hi, or even that person that's having just a shit day, and be like, you know what, I've been there. And to not judge. We have no right to judge anybody in no way, shape, or form. Why? Because we don't like to be judged. So why are you going to judge somebody else? Why are you going to put an expectation on somebody else when you don't like it? When you don't like to be told what to do, when you don't like for somebody to look at you and go, oh, well, because you're black, you're going to do this, or because you're native, you're going to do this, or because you're a female, you're supposed to do this, or seriously, at what point do we continue to do the same thing? We don't. And that needs changing. We need looking at people for who they are, not for what you've heard about in the past or what the ancestors did or the way people were treated. You don't like to be treated a certain way, so why are you going to continue to do it to other people? I am a beautiful masterpiece of everything that's come at me, of my past, of my ancestors' past. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And so are you. You are not your ancestors. And I get it. They went through some shit. But you are not them. And it's time for us to learn to work together instead of allowing other people to keep us distracted and focused on the color of our skin or the religion or the sex or the creed or whatever it is. Oh, well, this happened to me. It was worse than yours. It's not worse. It should have never happened, and it did. And one is not worse than the other. You cannot put a price or a number on pain, of sacrifice, of anything that has been done to another person. You've not walked in their shoes. You do not understand. And maybe you do understand, at which point, why are you judging or putting an expectation on somebody? I've seen and heard people say, how do we change things? You change things by no longer judging. You change things by seeing the person that's in front of you for who they are and not for the color of their skin. And I know I said this already. You support people because you're willing to support them. You help people out of your willingness and your desire to do so because you desire to be the change. And you know what? This, as corny as this might sound, it comes down to love. It comes down to loving people unconditionally, which means no conditions. We do not put conditions on love, on support, on expectations. We are meant to support each other. And the way for this world to change, to become better, is to genuinely support the other person that stands next to you, no matter who they are, no matter what they look like, no matter what they've done or their ancestors have done or didn't do or had to go through. It's time for us to support each other. We are a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mix of people that when we come together, we put this puzzle together that just looks fantastic. Without one, you can't have the other, or the puzzle piece is broken. The puzzle itself is broken. We are all beautiful beings, masterpieces of the way that things happened and occurred, and it is up to us to make the change by doing things differently, by responding and not reacting. No longer sitting up there putting an expectation on another person to do something for me because I did it for you. We are all beautiful, wonderful beings coming into such empowerment because we are limitless and we are infinite in all that we can do. And I thank you for being here and supporting me and listening to me and taking in what I had to say. I know it went all the way around, but may it have all come together in the way that it needed to for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to prove a point. I know what I've been through. I know who I am. I know that I am not my race, my religion, my sex, my gender. I am me. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful being, masterpiece that has come into this world from the beautiful ancestors that I have and that you have. And we are all beautiful. We are all masterpieces for everything that has happened and occurred. And it's time for us to respond instead of react. May you all have a wonderful, beautiful day. And I love you and I thank you. Bye.